Welcome to part 1 of a new mini-series where we are taking a look at our favourite natural spectacles around the globe. Today we are travelling across to the United States of America and to a location that we think is truly amazing, the Grand Canyon. It had long been believed that the Colorado River began carving the Grand Canyon about 6 million years ago, but an extensive study in 2012 threw a spanner into the works pertaining to that theory. Their findings suggest that the process may well have started as far back as 70 million years. It is very likely that the Grand Canyon as we know it today started out as a series of smaller canyons some 70 million years ago, but most of the canyon did not begin to take shape until much more recently. Sudden changes in elevation have an enormous impact on temperature and precipitation, so the weather you will experience could vary drastically depending on where you are in the Grand Canyon. The coldest, wettest weather station in the region is the Bright Angel Ranger Station on the North Rim, whilst the hottest and indeed driest is just 8 miles away at Phantom Ranch, which sits at the bottom of the canyon, a little over half a mile north of the Bright Angel Creek's confluence with the Colorado River. Whilst the canyon is enormous, it is not the deepest canyon on Earth. The Yarlung Sangpo Grand Canyon in Tibet plummets to a depth of 17,567 feet, making it more than 2 miles deeper than the Grand Canyon's 6,093. The Tibetan Canyon is also about 30 miles longer than the Grand Canyon, so rather impressive to say the very least. The Grand Canyon might appear to be the perfect place to go looking for dinosaur bones, but not one has ever been discovered there, and this is for good reason. The vast rock that makes up the canyon walls is even more ancient than the dinosaurs, in some cases about 1 billion years older in fact, but the canyon itself probably didn't form until after the dinosaurs were a distant memory. Whilst the dinosaurs might have missed out on seeing the Grand Canyon, many other fossils have been found, suggesting other creatures frequented the location. These findings range from ancient marine fossils dating back 1.2 billion years to more recent land mammals that left their remains in canyon caves a mere 10,000 years ago. Prior to recent flood control measures, the Colorado River provided a uniquely difficult habitat for fish with heavy silt, frequent floods and vast temperature variations from extreme heat in the summer to sub-freezing in the winter. As a result, only 8 fish species are native to the Grand Canyon, 6 of which are found nowhere else outside of the Colorado River. Following the studies we mentioned earlier in 2012, scientists have made an astonishing statement, claiming that the Grand Canyon is literally missing 950 million years worth of rocks. The Grand Canyon offers one of the most visible examples of a worldwide geological phenomenon known as Great Uniformity, in which 250 million-year-old rock strata lie back-to-back with 1.2 billion-year-old rocks. What happened during the hundreds of millions of years between these two sections remains a complete mystery. Finally, you might not know that there is actually a town in the Grand Canyon. Lists of Grand Canyon facts don't often include information about its human population, but surprisingly, it does have one. Supai Village is located at the base of the Grand Canyon, within the Havasupai Indian Reservation. Inaccessible by road, and with a population of just over 200 citizens, it is the most remote community in the lower 48 states, and is the only place where mail is still delivered on 4 legs. We really appreciate you tuning in to the Primate News channel, and please do consider subscribing if you don't already. Until next time, bye for now.